In this wave, man. Yeah, man, we're gonna get you know, real China-y, talk about some China. China, by Florida, you know what I'm saying? Cause here be much gold in Florida. Oh, here's Ptolemy's India. Yeah, that's America. This is America, right? Cause this is a map. This is a map of America and the way to China as men believed it to be when an old pilot showed it to King Henry VII in the year 1500. So we got Florida right here, Barbados, right? And we paying close attention. Antarctica's popping off. Now, this Antarctica could be a part of South America, that they're calling Antarctica at the time. But either way, there ain't no cap on Antarctica's chest bone. You see all types of mermaids. You see dragons, fire dragons in Florida, man. Land unknown, Greenland, all that. And you see China, right? The Great Khan just chilling. Great Khan of Cathay, Great Khan of China. So don't play with us when we know where Asia is. We're going to get into some Moorish conversation. And before we get all moored up, before we moor up the place, I want us to see our dragonfly perspective, our orientation. It has nothing to do with Morocco here or Morocco there or whatever you want to call it. This is Cathay, man. This is India Superior, all right? We building a foundation on something real simple. This is the superior India. This ain't the home of Atlantis. Even if Atlantis was here, it's still not the home of Atlantis. That's why Atlantis ain't here no more. Because you tried to hijack indigenous supreme Nagas in India Superior. You tried to hijack the land of the oppressed Atlantis. You tried to hijack the land of the oppressed pharaohs of Egypt. Oh, but they just moved with permission of the pharaoh. So they gotta honor the pharaoh. Guess what, man? Them pharaohs ain't got no jurisdiction in the land of Hawa, in the land of Kaleluz, of the Creator. All this land is Creator's land, but this land is specifically the lot of the tribes of Israel. Joshua wasn't robbing you of your lands. Joshua was reestablishing these boundaries, this inheritance for the tribes of Israel. And if you admit that Joshua is real, then you gotta admit the tribes of Israel, of Hasharah, are just as real, just as swarthy, all taking place right here in Cathay, all taking place right here in America. So we're gonna have an American conversation from the Moorish perspective. Love to the homie GJ, I'm gonna call you GJ, man. The homie Ghost Johnson, man. Ghost Johnson popping off, drop some good drops. So this just in across the drop desk. Let's get right into it. We see our orientation. The Chinese sell this ocean, right? We're talking ancient Cathay, the land of Prester John. Now this map is a 1500 map, right? Okay. We're gonna stay right there in the 1500s, Okay. 1531, right? Orientis Finds map. You see Cathay again. Asia. Florida. Very similar, right? Cathay. China or Asia. And Florida, boss, right? 1500 King Henry Drive. Orientis Finds Drive, 1531. Where's Asia? Seems to be North America, boss. I mean, does North America even exist, or could it be Asia, right? Greater Asia, like Grand Tartaria. Yeah, I mean, 1530 or 1561 Carta Marina, Navola, right? Okay. Grand Tartary, right? Asia, China, Mexico. So South America's connecting directly to Asia, directly to Grand Tartary, right? Directly to North America, they call it today, right? Or as we call it, India Superior, boss. Florida. Cathay, okay. And this is 1548. I told you we'll stay right there in the 1500s. These 16th century maps are popping off, right? India Superior. Yeah, so when they want to label this Africa, a maxim, and all these things so that they can feel they have dominion, because the pharaohs that they're under need to feel they have dominion. And even if the Moabite tribes have inheritance in so-called North and South America, or Northwest the maxim, Southwest the maxim, even if Lot was given a lot, that don't give you the entire thing, man. That don't make our land look like this, man. See, this is your problem. This is it right here. Just look at it, man. This is your issue. Morocco, everything can't be Ham and Kush. Everything can't be Ham and Kush for a maxim, for Atlantis. And we're just talking to a Mexica. The Meshi is the Moshe. We're still talking Moses, even if we're talking pharaohs. Did you forget we're talking Moses? You're going to mention Joshua, but you don't want to mention Moses. Because you know you can't diss Moshe. Not when you Shem. How can Shem be anti-Moses? Unless you rocking that Ham flow, right? Unless you rocking that Canaanite flow. But we know we got our own Canaan or Canaan or Hanan. We talking Anion. We know we got our own Anion, Hanan, Hannah, Lady Hannah, King Hanan. We know we got our own Canaan. So we choose up, you know what I'm saying? We choose our Canaan. So when they say Canaan, now you're saying which one? You talking about Hanan, Canaan, son of Prestachan, Raja Hirata Chola, the Pandya, Emperor of Soliman, Sylvanus to Texas, we're talking Kalelus. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, we got a dragonfly perspective around here, Drop Nation, that we've gained over 7 years of digging on this drop, man. And it's published information. We ain't got to go too far, right? So, all right, this is a problem, Morocco. All right, you can't have all of South America ham, okay? You can't have all of North America ham. You dig? This is an issue. This is an issue with us. Where is Shem? We are talking a Mesh Shem, right? A Mesh Shem, right? Where's Shem? Yeah, Atlantis got a lot to do with Greenland, don't it? And look where Atlantis is, and look where Greenland is. And where's Greenland over here, boss? Where's Atlantis, boss? Yeah, boss. All right, so before they moor up the place, I just wanted to get our perspective on Asia is North America. All right, Asiatic, got it. This is Old World, India Superior, Grand Tartary. This is China. This is Cathay. This is the map of America and the way to China, or Kana, as men believed it to be. We're talking Grand Khan. Even after Genghis Khan stole the Khan, we're still talking Grand Khan over here. Khan, 1500s. Yeah, man. You can go to the 1600s, 1620. We're still talking India Superior, Tangu, Cathay, Mangi or Mongol, India, China, Mexico, Florida, right? Huh? You see what I see, right? You see what I see, right, boss? Okay. Okay, boss. Okay, boss. We ain't talking ham, man. Well, not when we're talking Cathay and India Superior, man. Yeah, boss. We can keep going. I mean, we can get mappy. So when I say where's Asia, I'm talking North America, boss. Let's go. No, Morocco. No, Morocco. Where's Asia? Is Asia ham now? Come on, man. You know what it is. Y'all know what it is. This is what they want us to, you know, this is their perspective, right? That North America's Africa and South America's Africa, and Africa is a maxim, and that's the oldest name of the lands is a maxim. Nah, see, That's from your prophet's perspective, right? Because you want everything under your dominion, but you only move with permissions of the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh to us is a hijack. Atlantis is a hijack. You see the difference of perspective? You cling to Atlantis. You cling to these pharaohs of Egypt. That's why they keep getting destroyed. Where are they now? Where are they now? But you know this great earthquake occurred. You know this creator exists. You know that, but you do as if you don't understand that this is a creator given land. Not to all black people, but to the tribes of Israel. This is the land of Shem, under Abraham, under Isaac, under Jacob. And you got an issue with Joshua, the Benjamite? Or shall I, Ephraim? I mean, you got an issue with Joshua, man? Hey, you got an issue with the tribe. So on one end, you can't be, oh, this is all one thing, and these white people are trying to reclassify us black people. On the other end, you recognize that these people are so-called black people, right? But then you want to say they're all Moabite and Canaanites. But you recognize Joshua exists, but you act like the seed of Joshua don't exist. All right, man, let's get a little Maury around here. It's about to get real Maury, man, which is real great because Maury means great. So let's get Maury. I mean, you know his name is Hosea, right? So when you got the book of Hosea, we still talking Joshua. God. Hosea, that's talking about that the children of Israel will return to the Creator, return to their land. But you acting like we ain't got no land. The son of Nun, the tribe of Ephraim, Khan, but Moshe called him Yehoshua, right? And today that's what they call Yeshua, right? JC. But we're talking this Yehoshua. The Joshua, they call Joshua the robber. Yeah, they call this Joshua the robber. They're saying him reclaiming the lands for the Creator is robbing them of their dominion under the house of the Pharaoh, as if America is all about the Pharaoh and under the Pharaoh's dominion forever. America is perpetual slaves to Pharaoh, to Atlantis. Is you fucking kidding me? Moors, y'all gotta stop this stuff. Moors, you gotta stop this stuff. You can't be great. You can't call yourself Moor and you keep going with this stuff, man. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. You want all the lots, all the dominions under Pharaoh, under Atlantis? Atlantis is artificial. Artificial land built under Poseidon, under Zeus and them, under Ezeus, right? Under Ham. Ham is Zeus, right? Y'all gotta stop this stuff. You gotta choose your Yehoshua, man. You gotta choose your Joshua. Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, fair use in your caboose ball. Now that we got our Dragonfly perspective, this from a Moorish perspective, Section 107 Copyright Act provides the statutory framework for determining whether something is a fair use, identifies certain types of uses such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and recon. Let's do some research. That's all we're doing. All right. So, fair use. Love to Ghost Johnson, GJ, and shit and others. Yeah, ain't easy. Let's talk about it, man. Top 9 secrets revealed by the Moorish Broadcast Archives. All right. Let's go. Ahab Phil Maxim. This channel's called The Maxim. Go dig on it. And again, this ain't no, it's all respect. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you can't keep Xing us out, and we ain't gonna say nothing. You know, we as indigenous people of India Superior don't have to be Moroccan. We don't have to be Moabite, Canaanite, Ammonite, Jebus. We could be the tribes of Joshua. We could be the tribes of Ephraim. We could be the tribes of Moshe. We could be the tribes of Benjamin. We could be the tribe of Judah. We could be the tribe of Levi. This don't gotta be mythological, yet you still say you come from Abraham. Is Abraham a myth? So how are we a myth? How do you just take all dominion from us and say Pharaoh's good. They're gonna make this point. Pharaoh's good. See, he gave us land. He gave you land. You're a different tribe than the tribe of Israel. Don't y'all get this? Y'all can't keep going with this forked tongue trickery, man. The spell is over. You're still hiding under the Moorish shield. You don't want this government to cease. You want to use it still. You want to use this dominion. You still want to put the children of Israel in captivity. That's why you don't want to give them back their identity. You want to claim to be Hebrews, but you want to act like Joshua the robber is some type of fake lineage. Joshua the robber. It must be a robber. Nah, man, this is the Joshua that stopped the sun in its tracks while he annihilated the hijack. Stopped the moon from moving. Stopped the waterfalls from flowing. Parted the Jordan River so the tribe can cross on dry land. And you want to front on this Joshua? Gets a Quetzalcoatl, the rainbow dragon, the bow in the sky. We're talking Quetzalcoatl. Let's pop off, man.
Presenting to you another segment of the teachings of our prophet and leader, the great prophet Noble Durrani. I am your host, Brother E. Braswell Bay, and we have with us this evening our distinguished guest and brother, the brother P. Davis Deal. And this evening we're going to have a conversation on one of the many chapters that the Prophet Noble Durrani put together in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. One chapter in particular is Egypt, the capital dominion, the capital empire of the dominion of Africa.
So when they talk Africa, just code word, I'm saying they speaking in forked tongue. Sometimes they're referring as Africa, as you know it over there. Other times they are talking about the land right here. Because yes, there's an untold and sort of a hush-hush history about the Moors. That's like a big secret. Truth is, the Moors were the original or the aboriginal indigenous inhabitants of North South, so they gotta have everything, right? This is their trickery to have all dominion under this Moorish flag. Are you black-ish? Nah, man, you ain't black at all, right? Are you copper-ish or are you copper? Are you smart-ish or are you smart? Are you strong-ish or are you strong? Are you more-ish? Are you great-ish or are you great? You better make your mind up. We're talking to the Muans over here, man. Not the ishes, man. So when they talk Africa out their mouths, just remember, to them, you're in Africa. To us, we know we're in India Superior. In Spanish, in Dios means in God, in the Creator, in Hawa. You know what I'm saying? These are the people of Hawa, Promised Land. They're fighting over the Promised Land, and they got to keep us asleep to fight over this Promised Land so that they can have dominion. Notice he slipped out and said dominion first when he mentioned Egypt, and then he started talking about Africa, and we know that Africa is America to them. It's just Northwest Africa. They say you from Northwest Africa, like Nigeria and all that, right? But this is Northwest Africa, Managi, because Africa is all these lands, because everything is Amaxa. For Hamakush. Oh, you better stop the play. You better cut it out, man. Does North America even exist? Now we're talking Cathay, huh? We're talking Cathay. Yeah, boss, we're talking Cathay. Kapango is Japan. So Japan's over here, China's over here, India's over here. So what's over there? Well, if this is India or superior, there must be an Indian inferior. You know what I'm saying? If there's a superior, there must be an inferior. This is India superior, there must be others more inferior Indias, and the people found in superior India must be the tribes of the Creator. And we don't have to call ourselves superior. We know Deuteronomy 28, we the head and not the tail if we keep the code. If we don't keep the code, you can run us out. You can call us black. You can say we more ish, right? We went from being great to great ish because we had a code. You don't get no greater than the code because the code puts you in the image, the frequency of Hawak. Remember, you're created in the image, but you can choose up and choose down. You can be created as a great, but you made choices that were not great, right? So now we're making great choices by keeping the code. I'm going to back it up so you can hear that slip when he talks when he brings up this Pharaoh.
Hold on, man. I got some file lit. We're going to have
a conversation on one of the many chapters that the Prophet Noble Durali put together in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. One chapter in particular is Egypt, the capital dominion, the capital empire of the dominion of Africa. You know, Brother P. David Seal, the Prophet Noble Durali, when he put this chapter together, he put so much wisdom in this chapter that being a member of this organization, I find out something new every day, you know. I understand from my readings and study, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that the Prophet Noble Durali was divinely guided by Allah himself. And the chapters that he put in effect in this Quran, like this chapter in particular, has divine wisdom in it, and it stretches back with the history of our people over 10,000 years, or you might say over 50,000 years, and that is a long time. The Prophet Noble Durali, enough cannot be said about this great man and his works, particularly bringing us knowledge of ourselves. You know, and today, Egypt seems to be a very exciting topic amongst our people. What do you think about that, brother?
Well, first of all, let me say that it's always a pleasure to get together with Moorish American to discuss the Prophet Noble Durali and Moorish science. Is always a revelation.
I told you.
Yes, the coming of the Prophet Noble Durali to us here in North America marked a milestone in the journey of this great conversation.
He don't need to unmute his mic no more, bro. Oh, damn, man. Damn. He fucked up my whole goddamn mojo. Man, I don't want to do all that shit, man. Nigga don't want to do all that shit, man. Just mute your mic. That's easy for you to do. Shit, fuck. Man, that was so easy for you to do. Mute your mic. Damn. Damn. So like he over there talking to the custodian workers and all this shit.
This way, I agree.
Man, look at this shit. Come on, man.
Now, this nation is not Israel. I just need to be clear. We're talking tribal. They're talking Moab, Canaan, Canaan. You know, they're Canaan.
Damn, man.
They're not talking Israel.
You got a stiff neck, brother.
Called Israel. Yashu brother.
Your neck stick.
So, Israel never had a prophet outside of Israel. Israel got Moses.
Hey, man.
You got a stiff neck, man. Hey, man. You got a stiff neck, nigga.
Israel got one shepherd forever, King David. This is their enlightenment.
And
they got put on
stiff neck,
before Israel because Israel was still under the punishment of Deuteronomy 28, being out of code.
You
got a stiff neck, man.
Getting their, you know,
why your neck so stiff?
In terms of their unity, and then anybody who wasn't awake, they would line them up under theirs.
Why your neck so stiff?
Fill their numbers up, but probably they knew who the bloodlines were, and those people that are still in those, you know, groups. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if they got hated on. You know what I'm saying? On the slumber, you know, on the under, if their superiors know who they are. You know, if they're Israel, will they ever, you know what I'm saying, get promoted to whatever, their top rankings are, if they know that these people are Israel? Or will they only promote the Moabites? Will they only promote their own bloodline? This is their internal stuff. I don't know. But come on, when they talk nation, they talking prophet. They're not talking us. You're seeing another nation of people that look like you popping off with their wise prophets and wisdom. And now we're going to call Cappadocia on something that they claim to be standing on as foundation. That you don't exist. That this is all under the dominion of the Pharaoh.
A milestone in that in the history of our people here in North America, prior to the coming of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, they had not been in contact with divine guidance, with one who was divinely prepared in a long time.
So they ain't been in contact with nothing divine for a long time. They're not talking you, they're talking them. Let's go.
And they had lost the knowledge of their divine origin. They had lost the knowledge of their divine rights, their identity, their birthrights, even their citizenship rights. And so the coming of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali to us here in North America made it possible for us to reconnect with our divine origin, with our divine rights, our natural rights, our citizenship rights.
Citizenship, come on. I mean, we talking about this current government. And even though they want to go back and blast into the past, they're not talking about Hawa's divine situation. They're talking about their connection to Atlantis, their connection to the pharaohs of Egypt, their backing of this, 1776 Declaration of Independence, their backing of this, current, this whole system, this whole setup, they found their place. He reminded them of their place in it so that they can start to, come up, so that they can start to, change their statuses and get certain hookups, get certain perks, understand that they really are who popped it off. But this ain't got nothing to do with the biblical code, with biblical inheritance, with heritage, and true divinity. This ain't, when they say divine, they ain't talking creator. They're just saying that they are over the hijack. They want to remind, even though they're the hijack, they want to remind these new hijacks who the first hijack was. If that makes, Even though the Pharaoh, Atlantis, all this Confederacy, Psalms 83, all these treaties of pieces and friendships and, treaties on Tecumseh, treaties on the Chickamauga, treaties on the indigenous American Hebrews, treaties and blood that's on their hands because they didn't side with their brothers against the invaders. They made treaties of peace and friendship with the invader. But they want to remind this invader that they're the first invader. That Pharaoh, that Egypt was the first invader, so we have dominion over the new invaders. I'm saying we breaking it all the way down,
birthrights. And the chapter that you mentioned, the chapter in the Holy Koran entitled Egypt, the capital empire of the dominion of Africa, is one of those great truths that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali came here to teach in order to set the record straight. Oh yeah, because there had been so much misinformation about Africa, about the people who are of African descent, and particularly about our people here in North America.
That's right.
That's interesting too, brother, because if you notice I think it's the first verse in that chapter, it talks about the first inhabitants of Africa. It talks about the fact that old man Cush was one of the first inhabitants of Africa. Now, from our studies, we understand that Cush is synonymous
with Egypt. Is that true, brother? I mean, have you heard something like that before?
Yes, but even before that, in the very first verse of that chapter, the prophet Noble Drew Ali sets the record straight by saying that the inhabitants of Africa are the descendants of the ancient Canaanites from the land of Canaan. And anyone who has read any of the old records, the old scriptures, particularly the Bible, in the Bible, it's stated that the people of Canaan, that Canaan being the son of Ham, who was supposed to have been cursed, you see. The prophet Noble Drew Ali makes it clear that there was no curse on Canaan. And it's very important that our people understand that they were not cursed.
You think Canaan wants to admit that they were cursed? Canaan, if you weren't cursed, then where are your things? Where's your stuff? Where's your empire? I'm not talking about on paper. I'm talking about where's your gold? Oh, behind the scenes, maybe you got it behind the scenes. You know, maybe that's what they talking about with the boule flow. I don't know, man, but where's your paradise, man? Now, when they talk Africa, are they referring to Kush over there? Since they're saying Ham is over here. Come on, Morocco, we trying to figure this out. So this Kush being synonymous with Egypt, they're saying. Then you got Canaan over here in the Middle East, man. Saudi Arabia in there. Alright, we're trying to see the Moorish perspective, man. We got our own dragon flitter. And this ain't it. Ham and Kush, Ham and Kush. Let's go.
By Allah, whom some people refer to as God, it's extremely important that our people understand that. Another thing that is important that they understand is that Africa, the name Africa itself, is a name that was given to the continent by someone else who was not African. The original name of the land is Amexem. How do you spell that, brother? A-M-E-X.
Right.
Got a technical background.
Right on time.
Becoming software engineer.
It's all good, nah, man. You know, it's all respect, man. It's like they're kicking, you know, what they've, you know, grown to consider their divine science, their divine philosophy, their divine truth. They're quoting the Bible selectively, right? But you can't quote the Bible and then say the children of Israel, who the entire Bible is about from beginning to end. Even if you include Revelations, you still got the 12 gates being opened at the end for the 12 tribes to go into, the 144,000 coming out the 12 tribes. The 12 tribes still are in play, even in the New Testament ended. In the Tanakh, you know what I'm saying, we already know. That's the moral to the story. That's Ezekiel. I mean, that's the moral to the story. It's the two cross sticks, Ezekiel 37, coming together. So you can't go to the Bible and ignore the two cross sticks, and that's the northern and southern tribes of Israel that been scattered and sold and betrayed by our own brethren, cousins, whatever you want to call it, tribes that are also considered black, that stopped considering themselves black a long time ago, while we kept considering ourselves black. And the ones that got recruited into these science temples now consider themselves Moorish. Not Ephraim, not Manasseh, not Naphtali,
Spanish,
not Judah, but Moorish. You know what I'm saying? That's another version of black. It's like another black hole. Great-ish. They don't say you're a Moabite, because that'd be too much of a shock in your face when you know they're talking tribal. Then you're going to say, how can I prove I'm a Moabite? How can you prove you're a Moabite? How can you prove you're of this ancient tribal bloodline? That's too much confusion. They just going to say you're under the Confederacy, the Dominion, the flag. same flag that helped this government invade and take over our indigenous lands, and then you want to claim to be indigenous too after helping them conquer us? That means you helped them conquer yourself, man. Come on, make it make sense, man. Cappadocia.
That is the first true and divine name of Africa, given to that entire region, that entire conglomerate of land, which would include now the present North, South, and Central America. And you know, that's kind of contrary to what some historians have led us to believe.
I mean, why would it include now? Just get that last part back. Which will include now North and South America? Why do we get included now? Like, what happened? Now we're under the dominion of the Pharaoh?
Which would include now the present North, South, and Central America.
Come on.
And you know, that's kind of contrary to what some historians have led us to believe. Some historians in the past have led our people and part of the world to believe that Egypt was only that little piece of land that you see right there on the map today. But according to the teachings of our prophet Noble Drew Ali, Egypt would encompass this land called North America. So in essence, what you're saying, and I agree.
Look at this guy. Just look at him, man. Come on. Yeah, I can see you in Pharaoh's house. I can see you with the Pharaoh garment thing on and walking around your sand. I can see that, man. I can see you, man. I can see you, boss. Hating on the Israelites, man. I can see you hating on Israel, man. In Egypt, because you banging for Egypt so tough. So North and South America gotta be in the conglomerate encompassed by Egypt. See how they just try to throw our lands in when we look, man. Look how crazy this is. You just gonna throw Asia in there and say, yeah, you know, Asia will be a part of Egypt. What? This is Asia. What? This is India Superior. This is Catholic. What do you mean? You can't just throw in the promised land like it's a side bet, like a side chick, man. You're trying to side chick us, man. Terra Fuego goes too. Huh? Antarctica's a part of Egypt too. Yeah, there's pyramids in Antarctica. Man, Atlantis was stretching themselves out all over the place, and not all pyramids are Atlantean or Egyptian pyramids, right? God. We're just talking science, man. We're talking vibration, frequency. This is India Superior.
Frequency war.
I said this is India Superior. You can't just toss in India Superior as some type of side chick and say, yeah, I think this India Superior was encompassed in the dominion of Egypt. But you cut it out, man. This is India, big boss, big dragon pants, India Superior. Big dragon, India Superior. We ain't nothing on the side. We the entire pie. This is where it's happening at. This is where the ley lines are coming together, man. This is ancient. Man, you ain't even talking about the lands in the Pacific. Why are you just focusing on Atlantis? Why are you just focusing on the Atlantic? You're not even talking about the Pacific lands, right? Nah, because you were at war against them.
Pacifico!
You were at war against us. You ain't talking Israel, but you want to bring up Joshua. We talking India Superior, boss. Look at this guy, man.
North America.
Yeah, I can't believe you said that. You're just gonna throw in big dragon pants India Superior as a dominion, a part of the dominion of Egypt, like some perpetual slavery, papal bull.
Look it up.
Now they want to repudiate the bull like they some vegans, right?
Dumb diverses.
Believe that Egypt was only that little piece of land that you see right there on the map today. But according to the teachings of our prophet Noble Drew Ali, Egypt would encompass this land called North America. So in essence, what you're saying, and I agree, that this is in fact Upper Egypt.
Oh, cut the shit.
This is a part.
Cut the shit. We know that Egypt popped off here. We know that, but this don't make all this land Egypt. We know that there's Egyptian connection with the Grand Canyon That don't mean the Grand Canyon didn't exist before the hijack of Atlantis. Stop the capital.
Part of the dominion of Africa before the great earthquake, which caused the great Atlantic.
I'm gonna get it back. I'm popping off. I'm gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this together. Woo! Moors on Mars, man. Never in the history of Cappadocia, natural by law, take the wheel, man. Moors on Mars. Hey, look, man. This ain't changed, all right? Go back and get. Like sometimes people come to the channel, they don't make it easy for you to scroll like they used to. You can get the oldest videos, go back to 2000. Oh, man, just type in 2016, you know what I'm saying? You get them drops, man, because they trying to squeeze it out, you know. Don't make it easy. You got to search for it. You got to search for it, man. But we've been at this a long time. Just go get the sinking of Egypt, and you're going to put all this together, man. We just are popping off.
Atlantic Ocean. And further evidence of that can be a piece of land that you see right there on the map today. But according to the teachings of our prophet Noble Drew Ali, Egypt would encompass this land called North America. So in essence, what you're saying, and I agree, that this is in fact Upper Egypt. This is a part of the dominion of Africa before the great earthquake which caused the great Atlantic Ocean.
And who caused the earthquake? I'll wait. The earthquake was caused by what they say, they were using the power of the sun and these advanced weapons. Really, this is something that Hawaii allowed, them to reach this point, to destroy themselves. And you also got to factor in the vibe. But either way, this is Hawaii, this is the creator doing this. Atlantis was destroyed. Then they came with the Nasuts of Egypt, and they came with a slave vibration. Thoth says it himself in the Emerald Tablets. I put the slave vibration on them when I went to this ancient Kemet. They cowered at my display of magic science.
Dumb
They
diversion.
were under a spell, a slave vibration. That's how you got them to rock with you in your dominion. You put the same damn slave vibration 440 hertz on us today. Because this is Atlantis, right? This is Egypt, right? On the back of the dollar, right? Yeah, that great earthquake y'all keep bringing up was caused by the creator. Why does a creator keep bringing down Atlantis, bringing down Egypt? And why you want to still bang for Egypt in this frequency? This dominions, that means we are under perpetual servitude. That's what you're saying. If we're under the dominion of Egypt in America, which is India Superior or Greater Asia, that's ridiculous. Or else Egypt would still be here unless they just transformed into the United States. Okay. Now we got the Moorish Shield. Now we got the treaties of peace and friendship with the United States. Got it, boss.
And further evidence of that can be seen in the people of America. When the Europeans arrived here in America, they encountered people who looked like you and I. And what were they called, do you remember? They referred to all of these people as being Indians. Okay.
You mean they were from India Superior? Because you're talking Europeans getting here. This is the 1548 map, and it says India Superior. My noggin? I can't make this up. $1561, we're still talking about Grand Tartary Asia. 1620, we're still talking India Superior.
Body bag. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
When the Europeans arrived here in America, they encountered people who looked like you and I.
Shout out to all the cons surfing away on IG. You know what I'm saying? Told y'all, man. We gonna take our time. We popping off. Hey, all the cons, man, that are just rocking over here, man. I appreciate y'all, man, and just, spreading the vibes, man, because we got something for everybody.
Body bag.
Yeah, he said when the Europeans came over here, they encountered people that look just like us. You don't think he knows about Black ass King Charles? Are we to assume that these high scholar, high science, more-ish science brothers, that they're great and noble, didn't teach them that these Europeans are also black? So why would it come out of his mouth that when the Europeans got here, they found people that look just like us? He knows what he's saying. But if he found people that look just like them, are you saying they're from the same tribe? He knows Europeans are black, swarthy, King Charles the Quinto, all these black royals in Europe. He knows this, but why does he fork-tonguingly throw it out there as if you're going to think white European comes and sees black people in America? We know black people came to see black people in America. He doesn't want to draw attention to the more and more war. He doesn't want to draw attention to the personal family hijacking, because this wakes you up that this is a personal family beef, a biblical beef. He brought up the Bible, not me. He brought up the Bible. He's bringing up biblical situations and tribes and promises and inheritance. He's bringing it up.
Body bag.
We see the real picture painted on the walls in Peru.
That's
this
right.
is a painting from the panel in Peru, in Lima, Peru.
Some nagas.
This is Black ass King Charles.
Some nagas.
Hijacking an indigenous copper color con.
Some nagas.
Hawaba, Inca, right? Yeah. There might be a Nebuchadnezzar Charles V connection, my bro Zion Marley. I see you popping off. We out of here, baby. We out of here. We know what the European looks like, but look how he says it with a straight face. We got to figure this out for ourselves.
When the Europeans arrived here in America, they encountered people who looked like you and I.
Who the Europeans?
And what were they called, do you remember? They referred to all of these people as being Indians.
Okay. And we're not speaking of the Mexican Indians, the ones with the long hair, the ones that we see frequently in the media quite a bit. We're speaking of the so-called Indians that look like you and I.
Right. Okay. In fact, they grouped all of the original people of America into one category and called...
No, they did not, because Black ass King Charles knew exactly who the tribes were. They came to conquer the promised land.
That's right.
They didn't group all black people and call them Indians. No, the Moabites were still called Moabite. The Canaanites were still Canaanites. Charles knew who he is. He knows he's in the land of the Great Khan. But they came over here, they found the Israelites. And they said they are Indios. They are Indians. They are of India. Superior, right?
Some real nagas.
That's why they're called Indians.
That's right.
And they call President John the King of the Indians. The Khan of the Indios. King David. They found King David in it. Queen Khalifa in it. We setting the record straight.
Call them Indians, our people being among those who were labeled as Indians.
You know, I read something in my studies about the particular tribe called the Nanticoke, the Choctaw, the Cherokee. All of these people had the deep olive hue like we had. And they practiced the same customs that our people practiced before the great earthquake on the west coast.
before the great earthquake, before the sinking of Atlantis, they say, everyone had olive, deep, dark hue. It's like they're dancing around this obvious fact. And their whole time is just to prove that dark-skinned, copper-colored people are originally here. You know, although they want to put them under the dominion of the Pharaoh. They're just perplexed. It's like, yeah, I'm reading all these books, and it seems like there were already dark-skinned people here. And it's like Ivan Van Sertima, something like that. Before they came before Columbus, go get that. That's in the drop library at 432. The drop. They're so perplexed by this obvious fact. It seems like there were already dark-skinned people here, and they just labeled us, and they want to feel like they was disenfranchised. They don't want to take accountability for their parts in the treaty.
Right.
They want to feel like they're disenfranchised. They were grouped with everybody else. When we know not everyone went into chattel slavery.
That's right.
Not everybody was sold here and there and there and here.
That's right.
Not everybody was expelled out of Spain in 1452 or 1492. Not everybody was, massacred under this fake-ass dominion, under this manifest destiny, under this papal bull, Dum Diversus 1452. Not everybody was targeted by the Confederacy, by the Confederation. Psalms 83, he keeps bringing up Moabites. He brought up the Bible, right? So let's go to the Bible. Let's go to the Tanakh, man. Let's go to Psalms 83. He brought up the Bible. Yeah, keep not your silence, Hawa, hold not your peace. Be not still, Hawa. For lo, your enemies are in an uproar. They want dominion under the Pharaoh. And they that hate you have lifted up the head. They want to be the ones with dominion, right? They hold crafty converse against your people. Now, this is the big question. Right. Who's thy people? They want to talk about the great creator. They call him what they call him. But who's thy people? They take counsel against thy treasure ones. Managa. Who's thy treasure ones? Who's the creator's treasure ones? Is it them? Or do we have envy and covetous to get your land, your inheritance, because they're not the treasure ones? They look like you, kinda, but they don't got your frequency. This is not for us to act like, well, we are better, we gonna separate from all black people. Nah, man, we saying black people don't exist. We're tribes. And the creator got a people, thy treasure ones. That's fact. You the head and not the tail. That's the creator's order. That's not racism and us being trying to boast ourselves. We the head and not the tail. We're talking the treasure ones.
That's right.
They brought up the Bible, not me. They have come and said, let us cut them off from being a nation. Now you're more ish. They won't tell you who you are. They won't tell you where you're from. They just gonna say you fall under the dominion of Africa, Egypt, pharaohs, and you're more ish. That's all they're gonna tell you. This is your nationhood. Get your citizenship right. Get your status corrected. Do everything in the system, because we still gotta protect the system, because we still have a treaty with the system, because we're still really running the system. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Who's them? You, Managi, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Who are you?
Sound like that Virginia House of Delegates, Henry Berry flow, right? That, if we can only extinguish their capacity, then we would be safe, and they would be on the level of the beasts of the field. Then we would be safe. If only we can extinguish the light from the slave's mind, if only we can make the name of Israel no more in remembrance, no more memsauce, for they have consulted together with one consent. They're united against us. Against thee do they make a covenant. Who, boss? The tents of Edom, Ishmaelites, Moab. Let's hold it right there. Moab is involved in the council against Hawah's treasured ones when they claim Moab and their prophet for their dominion, for the dominion of their Pharaoh in their Atlantis. They're trying to keep hope alive when the great earthquake is clear that you don't belong here. All your splicing and dicing and high more sciences are not welcome here. We have Hawa. We have Hawa's frequency. We have Hawa's order. And we are under a greater magic, and you do lesser magic. We're the Magi.
That's right.
We're India superior, boss, right?
That's right.
So who is Moab?
Coast of Africa. Speaking of the west coast of Africa, you brought out an interesting point in one conversation we had when you gave the miles, the distance that is from the west coast of Africa to the east coast of America. Do you remember that piece of information you shared with me?
Yes, I recall reading in the book
East.
that it is closer from the easternmost part of America to the westernmost part of Africa. The easternmost part of America being San Recife, Brazil, to Sierra Leone. It is closer than it is from here to California. A distance alone now separates America from Africa. Is that right? Present day. That's true.
Is that right? You know what else is crazy? It's close from here to Asia too. I'm just, thinking out loud. Mythical Straits of Antioch, right? It's pretty close to Antioch.
Like I say, not too far.
Hey, hop to jstor.org. You got Asia.
That's right.
And then you got the land of the Preston.
That's right.
And again, we're in the 1500s, 1530. Call me, I know. Hey, my nine is surfing away and press the 120. Man, we're just popping off, man. Just brand new journeys, man. You know what I'm saying? Brand new revelations.
That's right.
Yeah, we know we're in the land of Preston John, right?
That's right. India superior.
So he said how close Africa is with America. How close is Asia, right? And we know that this is Asia, right? This is India superior. Again, we got India superior on the map. And this map is in the British Museum, right? Outline copy of the MS map in the British Museum showing connection between Marco Polo's Asia and the New Lands circa 1530.
Look that shit up.
So we're literally connected with Asia over there, and we got our maps like the Orientis Finds map that says this is Asia here, right? This is Asia. It's literally connected. This is the superior Asia. This is India superior. This is where it's all happening. This is that Yucatan Joktan flow. He's going to admit that the first man was literally created here. So this is why they're fighting for here. They don't want their lot. They want here, right? They want your lot. They want the lot of Prester John. Why is Prester John on the map in the British Museum in 1530?
Body bag. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Look
conquering the land of King David. They're conquering the land of Israel. And they're making confederacies to do it.
That's right.
Confederacies. Confederacies. So that the land is all theirs, right? So that, yeah. So the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. They want to cut you off.
They want to give you a
cut
check.
You off from being a nation.
They want to give you a check.
Who? Thy treasure one. Who's thy people? God, let's get it. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. They hold crafty commerce. So when they're having this conversation, it's very crafty, man. You gotta really keep up with it. You know, we gotta really keep up with this conversation because it's very tricky. They're talking Africa. We're talking Africa. But they want to put America under the dominion of Egypt, Africa, Pharaoh. So this is why they want to put it on us here. This is why they want to put Kush and Ham everywhere for Morocco. Nah, boss, we got a problem with this perspective. As Shemites, we had a problem, and you should too if you had your own dominion, but you're under the dominion of Pharaoh. Got it. Okay, so you even have your own dominion, right? That means the Creator didn't give you your own dominion. You're gonna move with permission of another man, dominion in Egypt. We move under permission of the Creator. That's a different connection. But I get it. Not everybody was known. Not everybody was known of Hawa. That's why they want to cut you off from being a nation.
Them diverses. Look it up.
So the name of Israel be no more remembrance. What did it say again in Amos?
Look it up. Them diverses. Then like and subscribe.
Yeah, you only have I known.
That's right.
Of all the families on the earth, you only have I known.
What does that mean?
They brought up the Bible. I'm just bringing out the Tanakh, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up out the land of Egypt. So we got brought up out that dominion. They want to keep us in that dominion. They want to put us in perpetual slavery like the Papal Bulldog.
Damn diverses. Look that shit up.
We're part of the family that was brought up out of this dominion, not just a place. Bondage. Egypt means bondage. The pharaohs of Egypt are pharaohs of bondage, but they like their high station. They're the house niggas, right? And we the field niggas in slavery. They the house niggas. They like their station in the dominion of Pharaoh today. We're the field niggas. We ready to rebel, right? Because we only follow Hawa, not Pharaoh.
That's right.
Hawa's dominion, not Pharaoh. Verse 2, Amos 3, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
What does that mean?
Who are we talking about? Hear this word that Hawa has spoken against you. Children of Israel, this is Hawa saying, look, man, you my babies. You my babies. You my children.
That's right.
Not only are you my children, but You're my only children. You only have I known of all these families. So when these Moabites are tripping, these Canaanites are tripping, these Egyptians, whatever, they're tripping because I don't know them. Moses said, let my people go. They said, I don't know your God. And Pharaoh said, I don't know your God. Yeah, you don't know Hawa. You weren't given the code of Hawa. The Mayat is not the same. I'm not talking about stuff. When you're talking about stuff, you repeat. You repeat what, before you die. We ain't saying, oh, okay, you lived, by some pretty good customs. Genghis Khan had some good customs too. We're saying, what's the original code? Did Hawa give you the code, or did you just hijack it from the cookies? You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Before we were called Israel, we have a code. We're not some new nation. Abraham, Jacob, he wasn't considered Israel. The code goes back. Melchizedek's already popping off with the code. What nation would you choose from? So it's not a new nation, Israel. This is ancient code. This is ancient love song frequency. And who was given this frequency but these particular families of Israel, children of Israel? You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I'm going to whoop your ass if you ain't listening, because I gave you the code. Therefore, I will visit upon all your iniquities. Will two walk together except they agree? How we going to go the same direction if we don't agree? But just know that you only.
You got a stiff neck, nigga.
Only have I known of all the families of the earth. This is why they mad. This is why they mad. Lego.
So that kind of fortifies even more so what this prophet Noble is teaching us in terms of what Egypt is, where the people originally came from, and how we are still connected to that history to this very day.
Absolutely, we are very much connected with that history. You mentioned the people who were called the Nanticokes and the Choctaws and other people, particularly in the southern part of the United States. One can speak from personal experience with regard to the people who are called Choctaws, because growing up as a child, we were very close to a Choctaw reservation. And I would see the people occasionally, and they were pretty much indistinguishable from you and I. Now, these people are not commonly seen on television. You won't find them in the Lone Ranger movies, for example. But from first-hand experience, there are people who call themselves Choctaws who can label.
So Choctaws are black. Got it. Bang. Let's go.
Choctaws, Indians, quote-unquote, who will be indistinguishable from you and I. Speaking of the Nanticokes, during the days of slavery, they would be instructed. They were instructed not to venture out too far at night because they may be mistaken for runaway slaves.
It's amazing. This is amazing.
Indians are black.
And the prophet Noble mentions all of these things in this particular chapter of Egypt, the capital empire of the dominion of Africa. And he also said something, and we have enough time, I'm sure we do, to touch on the fact that he said that the pharaohs of Egypt gave permission to a certain group of people, particularly the Moabites, the Hittites, the Amorites, to settle and inhabit certain portions of Africa.
Or America, right? Because it's all the same thing to them. All dominion of the Pharaoh. So the Pharaoh gave them permission to settle places. This is why they have to always be under this Pharaoh. This is why they are little homie to the Pharaoh. But we don't rep the Pharaoh. We don't rep Atlantis. And this is why we have a dragonfly perspective. This is the difference between the dragon and the serpent. The dragon and the snake. The dragon is not the serpent. The alchemical dragon is not the alchemical serpent. They know this. This is Big Dragon Pass Indian Superior, boss.
And the myth is that the pharaohs of Egypt or the Egyptians were cruel and unjust. But basically, according to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, we're talking about the same people, aren't we?
We're talking about the same people.
So this is how they justify that these people were cool, is that they got hooked up with some land and they were able to settle. I'm gonna back that piece up, but this, is y'all hearing this? So they saying Pharaoh was cool, he hooked us up with land. He hooked who up with land? Moabites. So he was cool with us. Ain't this like some nigga shit? Ain't this like niggas today? Hey man, hey boss, hey Massa gave me a promotion, boss. Massa gave me overtime, boss. Massa's all good with me. But what's he doing to them? Oh man, I don't know, man. They gotta work harder. They under dominion of Massa. This is some Massa shit if I ever seen it before.
People, particularly the Moabites, the Hittites, the Amorites, to settle and inhabit certain portions of Africa. And the myth is that the pharaohs of Egypt or the Egyptians were cruel and unjust. But basically, according to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, we're talking about the same people, aren't we?
We're talking about the same people. And it's important to go back again to that story of the curse having been placed upon our people. Then we kind of understand it in a geo-political religious context. The myth states that the people of Canaan were cursed and that their land was given to someone else. And so that would seem to set up and justify the people of Canaan being driven from their homelands because someone said that God had given them the land of Canaan, the birthright. And
so he's talking about Joshua, right, running up and reestablishing the land for a while. Even though he quotes out the Bible, this part of the Bible, he don't like this part. Because he don't like the myth that Canaanites were cursed. Well, here's the thing here. If we're talking Canaan, your Canaan, we're pretty much talking Poseidon. See, Poseidon, his beef, his issue was that he was setting up shop where he didn't belong. Even in the Greek mythos, Zeus and his brothers were trying to convince Poseidon to move up out of there. He said, hey, it's going to be some consequences and repercussions. And now we're talking great earthquakes and destruction in Atlantis, destruction in Egypt. How many times does Egypt and these pharaohs get destroyed, man? And you still repping for this system. It leads to destruction every time because you're still bringing people into a black hole. You ain't bringing them into tribal. You're bringing them to Moabite flow. But when you recruit these young brothers in the streets, you ain't telling them you're could be anything other than Moabite, Canaanite, yada, yada, yada. You say, hey, brother, did you know we got protection? We got a moral shield. Hey, man, we're the true inhabitants. You give them some truth. We're the Indians. That means you made a treaty on yourselves. Is that what you did? Or did you make treaties against another group of people so that they will be no more in remembrance? Their name is gone. They're now Ishes. They're now more Ish. You can't even prove they're Moabites, Canaanites, Jebusites, any of these. They're just under your confederacy and dominion, which is under the Pharaoh's dominion.
Diverses.
It's right in our face, bone, but now we see clearly.
We kind of understand it in a geo-political religious context. The myth states that the people of Canaan were cursed and that their land was given to someone else. And so that would seem to set up and justify the people of Canaan being driven from their homelands because someone said that God had given them the land of Canaan, the birthright.
And it's not your homeland just because you settle it later. You're talking post-Atlantis. You're talking everyone just popping off with giants and splicing and dicing, all dog-headedness. The dog-head tribes can then claim to be indigenous Americans then because they were probably created here and this is their homeland too, right? They consider this their homeland, but this is not their ancient homeland. You know, they want to bring up the proxy Native Americans. You know, they feel like that's their homeland because that's what they're told, and that's where their history is connected. But they don't know about the mounds. They don't know about, you know what I'm saying, the Cholula flow, right? They don't understand the ancient American history. Swan Knights and Sylvanus to Texas. They don't understand that stuff. There's a cap when it comes to their native Indianness. They don't connect it with the Presta. They don't connect it with the priest Khans and the Grand Khans and all that Genghis Khan flow popping off. They don't connect it. We know who Genghis Khan was riding for. We know Genghis Khan was riding with y'all. We see clearly. Let's go.
And so, as we follow the story in time, we find that the people of Canaan were driven out of the Holy Lands by Joshua.
Glad you said his name. I'm glad you said his name and looked down because you felt that power. He stopped the sun from moving, stopped the moon so he can finish the war against the Amalekites and all this stuff, man. I mean, you talking about Joshua, parting the waters, Joshua? Yeah, they was driven out by Joshua because he had that drop. He had that Magi flow. He didn't have the hijack European flow. They didn't say some Europeans driven out. He said Joshua drove us out. Now you got to say who's Joshua. Now you got to claim the tribe of Ephraim is real. Now you got to claim the tribe of Israel is real. So when you meet these brothers on the corner, let them know that they could be tribes of Joshua. But no, boss. They're Moabites, Hittites, and Canaanites. And your prophet do it for y'all. He don't do it for the tribes of Joshua. Because we read what Noble calls him. He calls him Joshua the robber. But look at that energy when he said Joshua.
Standard in a geo-political religious context. The myth states that the people of Canaan were cursed and that their land was given to someone else. And so that would seem to set up and justify the people of Canaan.
And this myth is the same Bible that he was just quoting to support his facts. And now it's a myth. Now the Bible said that, you know, the son of Ham, Canaan, because of this whole nakedness situation, and you can make it however you want to make it, was revealed and all this. And Noah put that, you know, curse on the son of Ham, which was Canaan, right? So it wasn't all of Ham being cursed. It was Canaan being cursed because of, you know, some indecency that was popping off. Now, I'm sure it goes way deeper, but without that particular curse, you still got a bunch of people on the land that's not originally there. Just because they set up shop doesn't mean it's their homeland. Just because the dogheads set up shop don't mean it's a doghead homeland. Dogheads ain't got no more claim than y'all do when y'all want to spread a maxim in your dominion for Ham and Cush.
Being driven from their homelands because someone said that God had given them the land of Canaan, the birthright. And so, as we follow the story in time, we find that the people of Canaan were driven out of the Holy Lands by Joshua. And they received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle in that portion of Egypt.
No more. Hoa took away the harlots from you, and yet we still got the harlots running around in the churches today, going after the gods in the mosques today, in the temples today. We most high over everything. Nothing in between us and our Creator. We don't worship nothing else. We don't venerate nothing else. We don't venerate King David, even though you're going to return. Seek the Creator. Because as soon as you return, you KTC, you seek. You desire Hawa. You meditate on the law. You meditate on the code. And then, Managa, once you get your frequency up, then you can also seek and desire the Khan, right? And this ain't just no man thing. You know, David got a queen. So we're going to talk Sheba, right? We're going to talk Khalifa. We're going to talk the Amazon queens, Khan. And we're going to continue that talk because, you know, a lot of information has been taken off the web, internet, the web, the World Wide Web. But I went ahead and, you know, I got some information before they took some of these websites down. And love the Tracy Lett. I want to share some of Tracy Lett. While we're talking Queens, I got to big up Tracy Lett. She makes so many PDFs for us. So I want to dig on those, man. Just, you know, make sure you got the drop. So when you return, you seek the Creator, you seek Yahweh, not JC. There's not a scripture alive that tells you to wake up, seek the Creator, and JC. They had to invent a new test with a new hero and a new romance, man. Love to the Templar. Then you come trembling to Hawa, because now you're not in solitary. You're humble because you didn't know that the Creator could do that to you, right? Take away all your memory, put you in the Ruach Tardimah, put you to sleep, put you in a slumber. But you know, the book of Isaiah talk about our slumber, right? The Ruach Tardimah. Now you come trembling, humble to Hawa and to His goodness in the end of days. Had to slow it down for the niggas in the front of the class, you know what I'm saying?
For them stiff necks.
Hey.
You know you are.
You've been in solitary because you're going after these other guys. Sometimes you're a solitary naga. I get it. Sometimes you like to be alone. I get it, but Israel as a tribe, Hasharala as a tribe,
We here.
we are in solitary. We've been in solitary from the Creator because we refuse to be in solitary from their other gods. You gotta choose your soul, top of the soul. You're gonna do the soul Invictus, or you're gonna do the soul bone, top of the soul bone. You're gonna do your fire, your water, your ether. We're talking elements when I'm talking soul or solitary. You could be in solitary against eating meat, right? You could leave that alone, right? You can be in solitary against all hijacks. Like, I'm in solitary against all these hijacks. I'm alone. I'm away from it. That's a good solitary.
That's right.
Why put us in solitary? Because we didn't want to be in solitary from the hijack. We wanted to be one with the hijack. We was playing the harlot. But the Lion of Judah, the lion, sometimes it's called a solitary animal. Hawa retired us from being the head. We became the tail. We became remote from society, mainly remote from Hawa, not having company or not much frequented. Nobody's visiting us. No one's helping us. Deuteronomy 28, right? No one's saving us. No one's buying us back. No one's redeeming us.
That's right.
As a solitary resistance or place. Lonely. We've been lonely, destitute of company. As a solitary life. We've been in solitary, boss. Many days, but now we can return, seek Hawa, and David our Khan. The imaginary war between Prester John and Eldad the Danite, Dane, right? Tribal Dan. and its real implications. So let's see how they put this together with the Prester John, Genghis Khan flow. Let's talk San Benyon River. What's the implications of Prester John as the scepter of Judah would never depart, right? So if he's going to war against the other tribes, that sounds very biblical, right? Don't the northern and southern tribes have a little beef here and there, right? So the Davids fight each other. I mean, you know, there's all type of internal wars going on, and this might be giving some drop on that. So love to Micah Perry. Shalak, let's go. Let me clear my throat. Let's rock with it, man. Let's rock. Let's press the 121. Let go. Ooh, ooh,
Keep reporting them. You keep reporting them, then they'll stop. You'll see a difference and shit in the gameplay. You'll see a difference in the game, then they'll turn it back on when they get ready to lose, and you report them again.
Man, people just don't like the truth, man. What's going on, man?
Who that?
I said people don't like the truth.
What's that?
If you're gonna rep America, let's rep America the right way.
Ah, shit, I don't even rep this shit.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying people that rep it,
the laws, yeah, man, fuck. The way I feel, honestly, I feel like fuck the United States, man. Cause these motherfuckers
no, we is the originals. You can't see that's what they want.
I know that. But I'm saying the laws though. I'm saying the laws that's here.
No, that's because you with that black code. Once you in that black code, look at black code.
No, I'm not in that. I'm not. That shit don't mean nothing to me because I don't get it. Them laws don't mean nothing to me because I don't do nothing for them laws to affect me. But I'm just saying the laws that they make and create for is strictly for.
So the only laws we ain't going back to is tribal. That's all I'm saying. Black gold. Nigga, we playing black gold right now.
Mm-hmm.
They put it right in your face every time.
Come on, behind you.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take this route. Yeah, majority of the people go to be in it.
I got first blood.
He underneath. He underneath this bitch. Now you gotta come out.
Alright, so it's talking about the abstract.
For my people. Naga.
The abstract. All right, let's go. After introducing Eldad the Danite and his literature, this article presents an entangled history. Oh, here we go, boss. It's very entangled. Of the belief in a utopian land, like a promised land. Let's go. Among medieval Jews. Medieval, man. Look, man, I know. I'm going to read it, but medieval, right? So this is when they want to put these titles, Dark Ages, medieval. You know, they're talking so-called black people. Specifically, they're talking, you know, the tribes, the Hebrews, the copper-colored cows, right? So, medieval Jews and Christians. Nestorians, you know, we get it. Let's go. It does so by examining the relationship between the Eldad literature and the different versions of the letter of Prester John, first in Latin and then in the vernacular. These two tales of an imaginary land, call it America, boss, were popular among both Jews and Christians. And again, they say imaginary land. We're talking India Superior. This will be their imaginary land. Cathay, Cateo, India, right?
Mexico.
Florida, Mexico.
Mexico.
Right?
Mexico.
Damn, I got caught on the door, man.
My bad. Hey, Mexico. Nigga was saying it. Mexico.
Does North America exist? Or we just talking Asia, boss? Florida.
That's right.
Asia. Got it.
You gotta look at these maps, man.
This will be their imaginary land. This is what they're looking for, right? This is what Columbus looked. This is what Cortez, Bernal Diaz, and them, right? So let's go. These two tales of an imaginary land were popular among both Jews and Christians. The two societies shared the belief in the land of Prester John and his neighbors, the 10 lost tribes. So Prester John is sharing the land with these other 10 tribes. These 10 lost tribes, we're just talking about, you know, southern tribes, you know, then you got the northern tribes. So they having their little scrap, right? So, and even exchange information about these mythical lands. Both Jews and Christians also use these stories against each other by retelling them with a bias to one side or the other, right? We got a lot of Christian bias. This literary interaction reflects the entanglement of these two societies and its limitations, demonstrating how the two societies shared the same information and used it in similar ways, but to contrary ends. All right. So they got some keywords. All right, Eldad, entangled history. All right, Prester John. All right. Toward the end of the 9th century, a strange-looking traveler made an appearance in the Jewish community of Kairouan, North Africa, today North Central Tunisia. Oh, we're talking Tennessee. Tunisia or Tennessee. This Jew Eldad spoke only a strange and unfamiliar Hebrew. Just remember, this is Asia, right? And if they're talking about North Africa, remember, man, who the Confederacy is. This is Northwest Africa, boss, because there's a hush history about the Moors. That's like a big secret. Yeah, Southwest Africa. We're talking South America, right? And we're talking Amazon. And one of my niggas in the comments was like, can you clarify the Amazon? Is it an African Amazon or South America, you know, American Amazon? Because they keep trying to make this an African thing. Well, first of all, they think you're in Africa, right? So, and second of all, now I'm talking Amazon rainforest, Amazon like Brazil, right? So we're talking Khalifa like the Amazon Queen, California, right? So I'm talking about India Superior, boss.
You see that boat downtown San Diego?
That's what we talking about.
Downtown San Diego.
That's all we talking about.
India Superior.
And after the rest, to the entire plane, we just got to reclaim a few things. You know what I mean? We are throwing shade on no other continents and nothing like that. We just got to reclaim a few things.
That's right.
And it might hurt a few feelings. Matter of fact, I got something to say. You know, stare at this map.
For all you stiff neck ass niggas or niggas.
You gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable at this point, man. You know what I'm saying? You're on an investigation. Certain points in the investigation might feel good to you. Certain points in the investigation might feel like it's tearing you apart, tearing you different ways because of certain beliefs you had, certain things that have been, you know, solidified to you that you might need to surf the wave on. You know what I'm saying? So be comfortable in this at this point in the investigation. The wave surfer needs to be comfortable with being uncomfortable from time to time. You know what I'm saying? I just want to throw that out there. Whether we're talking Pressure John, Indigenous Truth, Orientation, Flat Drop 101, you know, the frequency flow, we're talking the code. At some point, you know, certain things might, cause you a little discomfort. You need to be comfortable, my niggas, with being uncomfortable, man.
Right.
Another thing I want to say is this, man, while it's fresh on my mind. The way we act, the way us as I'm just talking to my people, okay?
That's right.
Whoever you are, that's cool. I'm talking to my people. The way we act, especially towards each other, we can't say we ain't black, because we sure act black. You know what I mean? We can't say we indigenous, copper color, this and that. When we act towards each other, man, very black.
All right. Yeah, it is.
Back to the more war, and you know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, it's always been tribal war, but
this is for say goodbye.
Have we not
say goodbye
it didn't show you up in here last.
Atrocious.
Hey, you ain't online, huh? It show you offline.
Black deed of crime, man. I mean, look at the crime that we got, man. The murder rate.
I'll put myself offline.
Score like it's a video game. These young
I'll be looking for you. I don't see you. Okay.
Zero filter on their kilometer, on their kilometer, man. Like they got no.
What's
they
up?
got nothing holding them back. You know what I'm saying? They got no counterbalance of nothing, man. They just are acting, and it's not their fault. You know what I mean? This is why we talk Pressure John, so they know they regal, so they know they royals. And so that they can say, how did we get here? And we can say, yo, at some point we got out of code, and we all got to take accountability for it before we blame no white man or no black man. We are black, right? We are black because this is what we doing. I'm speaking as a people.
That's right.
All right? You good? Cool, you good. But we as a people are very black right now, man. We've been black for a long time, and that's why they call us black, and that's why we embrace black. Even if you're talking about the color, you know, there's other frequencies. You got to learn your language. You speak in English. You speak in Hijack 101. So you can't claim
a
title in the Hijack language that is talking about the infinite darkness to you. The word dark is a curse. The word black is a curse. You speak in a curse.
That's right.
Learn how to express yourself without cursing yourself.
That's real talk.
But it's real return. I'm just getting this off my chest.
Tell me to shut up.
Israel will return, right? It's all good.
No, I ain't turning that off. Make sure y'all
like and subscribe. We're gonna stop acting black, right? Okay? We're gonna seek a while, we're gonna KTC.
That's right. We're gonna keep that code, nigga.
We're gonna stop being atrociously wicked, stop murdering each other, stop thieving on each other, stop bearing false witness on each other.
That's right.
All that.
Man, you know what? I wish we all could come together and be like that, though. I really do.
Why wouldn't I promote this, man?
Everyone wants
you got me messed up.
to stun our growth, but they can't because it's our destiny to be who we are. We can't be false witnesses on each other. And the worst type of false witness is a nigga that sets you up to try to, make you these type of things. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
There's a big difference between you witnessing something, even, you can be in error and have to correct your error to witness, properly or whatever, or you can come to a proper conclusion based on what you're witnessing. And because that brother or sister don't like what your conclusion is, they'll call you a false witness, and they don't understand, man. They are false witnessing by calling you a false witness. If you came to your conclusion honestly, if you have literal breadcrumbs and a trail in an investigation, or anything that you put together to come to your honest conclusion, you don't have to like my conclusion. It don't mean I'm a false witness. I don't have to like your conclusion. It don't mean you're a false witness. And the worst type of false witness is someone who's claiming somebody is false witnessing on them, and all they're doing is, coming to an honest opinion or a conclusion. A real false witness is someone who plots on your ass to smear your name and, put you into some type of traffic or flow that has nothing to do with you, tries to put some type of crime on you that can get you hurt, can get you twisted. That's a false witness. That's someone who's meditating on your downfall. Nagas could be witnesses, and Nagas could, come with conclusions and, have opinions, you don't have to like it, but don't try to use the code in these type of ways. That's the worst type of brother or sister. What they call that's a Madiak. Someone who's twisting the Lord's words, twisting the code, acting like they're prophets and, oh yeah, the Creator told me and put this on me. The Creator put this on my heart. Stop using the Creator's name in vain. We can't confirm the Creator's rocking with you. It just feels good for you to say the Creator's rocking with you.
I know
you just feeding your own ego. You never hear
it say, oh, the Creator. I be telling the bishops that
this lesson was put on my heart.
My mom was married to a bishop here in Arizona, right?
Saying that I'm surfing the right, wave with Hawaii.
And this nigga was messing around on her with the secretary, with the church secretary. And I called him.
Frequency, so
and then I told this nigga, and this nigga kids just used to come over to my mama's house without knocking on the door and shit, just walk on in and talking about and try to take what they want to out the house, right? So I called the bishop. I said, "Hey, nigga,
call me on my phone."
So, call you on your phone, bet.
I'm on live.
Oh, bet. All right.
And then we put another powers before Hawaii, and then we go in there. Be mad that they're calling us black. Look what we doing to each other. We coveting each other. We jealous of everything we got. Now it's about followers. Now it's about all this social media stuff. Now we got all these other jealousies. Social media is amped up. The games is amped up.
That's real. Hey, we're gonna continue this conversation though.
I bet you want to. I know. You probably lied too, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? I know you lied.
I ain't lying. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. But hold on. I'm gonna continue the conversation with you though. I'm finna put the headsets on. All right, bet. What up, man? No, me and Con, yeah, Control, man. Oh, wow. I'll put it on search. What you trying to play, search? You trying to play search? All right. All right. Yep. You want eyes in here? Let me see if Mamba get up in there. Hey man, you ain't never tried to I be wanting to try to play these missions and shit sometime, man.
Let's do it. I'm down.
I know you down to play? I'm gonna wait till they get out there. Me and you jump on the missions.
Yeah, I'm down.
Trying to play that shit. That nigga Rigger on TikTok laughing like a motherfucker, boy. What? Rigger, what you on TikTok watching, man? He watching Pig Booty Hole. That's what he watching. He watching straight Pig Booty Hole. He up there laughing like a motherfucker. Rigger. Hey, rush the bond straight to A. Yeah, custom. Hey, straight to B, I mean. Rush it straight to B. Don't stop. Plant that bitch, whoever get it. Hey, somebody else come over here too. Gotta help bang the walls, man.
Yo, they're coming down our escalator, so respond.
behind us, in our spawn. That's it anyway. Yeah, I gotta get another scope sight on that. I don't know how that fucked up. Oh hell, you don't need that anyway. No way! That was right on him, man. What the fuck? Ah. Yeah. Out of 2 rounds, we got one each, see? Okay. Man, might be a place of domination, man. Bang it, bang it, bang it.
Yo, how did my Claymore not kill that dude? Hey man, something's fishy about this game.
Look at this, he wall hacking. Yeah, this dude hacking right here.
Something's fishy about that.
Nate Nobody.
Hey, I'm recording.
Yeah, hold on. Let's report him first. Everybody report Nate Nobody.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm a team player.
All right, everybody reporting. Everybody reported his ass.
I'm reporting that whole team.
All right, let's do that shit, because they playing with cheaters anyway. They shouldn't be playing with hackers anyway.
They all can get kicked out.
Bro, I wasn't even the one you fucking saw.
Man, we report, man.
That's what we do, man. We tired of this, man. Tired of being profiled. Tired of being discriminated on.
Watch this nigga come all the way around. Oh, okay, let me go help out. Look, he right there by y'all too. Look, but he just happened. Why his ass gonna keep getting on? This nigga just the biggest wall hacker, boy. This nigga, don't take that play-to-play shit somewhere else, man. Pay-to-win ass, man. All these pay-to-win ass dudes, man. See, that's what I'm saying, man. These kids are soft, boy. They don't even take time to learn how to play the game to get better at any goddamn thing. These motherfuckers start just cheating and shit.
No worries. It's live. I tell everybody that watch my channel.
Bunch of loser motherfuckers, man. And I hate to be, but it'd be a bunch of loser motherfuckers, man. Who
got nothing better to do. They got nothing better to do. Nothing better to do. Just invade privacy. You know what I'm saying? Disturb the peace. They disturbing my peace right now. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. They try to knock me off my other channel. They just, no love. Where's the love? Y'all say Jesus. Where's love at? That's fake love.
Yo, he's coming from our spawn. He's coming from our spawn.
It's time to turn up. This is all promotion. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. All promotion. Fair use to your caboose bone.
That nigga locked on it too. That nigga cheating too.
Hey, we live right now. We're gonna report everybody. Everybody that come to my channel, make sure y'all report these people, man. Report every one of them. They need to be reported. But like I said, fair use to your caboose bone.
And the wise said unto me, go yet love a woman beloved of her friend and an adulterer.
Yeah, he cheating too. Yeah, I told you he was. I told you.
Israel, though they turn into other powers and love cakes of raisins, so I bought her unto me for 15 pieces of silver, a half homer of barley, and said, you shall not play the harlot. You shall sit solitary like that. And you know it's like that. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. Like that, like that. And you know it's like that. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. We gon' keep her cold and we gon' take our land back. Like that, like that. And in the wood against your vision. The war is spiritual, but not gonna need a miracle. Who knew a miracle would come when we just listened to it? Now we hysterical, but we didn't think your words to be true. Be the head and not to tell us what you taught us to do. Chase and tell become the tail, what a nigga gon' do? Pull the trigger, slave a nigga with an attitude. Instagram, Twitter, feeding us the bomb with no views. We the copper Indians and Moroccans and Hebrews. It's time to man up and stand up and rock it like you. We the Abyssinians, the big multitude. We the real life knockers with attitude. What's the story? They speaking in the allegory. Slavery and land invasion, that ain't half story. The morning star, the star as a sleep I'm mourning. More and more war buried us in solitude.
Yeah, they're all doing it.
The children of Israel shall return and shall sit solitary many days without a God, without a prince, without sacrifice. Afterwards, Israel will return.
I'm gonna report it.
Their power and David their God, and shall come to Jehovah
and the end of days.
I told you to report his bitch ass. Text, what you put a text in there what he doing, man. Quit just putting cheat and report. Put a text in there. Put the motherfucking wall hacking, man. Put it on his name, put wall hacking in a little comment, and put report on that shit. That's all you gotta do. These niggas will get up out of here. Report and cheat, and then report. You gotta put a detail in there, a little description, man. Everybody do it, they be up out of there, man. If you put everybody put a little check in the box, cheat, and then hit submit. When they once you put cheat over up the box, they want to know what they're looking at. They want to know what they're looking for, and you just put cheating. So now they're gonna look, well, you know, but so you gotta put wall hacking or something on that bitch. You gotta put a description, a little description on it.
Super hacker, nigga. I'm the super hacker, nigga.
Something shit.
I'm the super hacker. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Look up Super Hacker. Call of Duty. Super Hacker. Nigga. Naga.
I'm gonna put it on. We're gonna do domination next, man.
Should have put it on control.
You see that lag? Anybody else get a lag in there?
I got
they
that
on top
lag.
of the hill. They on top of the hill.
No, I saw him on top of the hill. Glitching.
He just dropped down. He dropped down. Now watch that other door, New Jersey. Hit the other door. Yeah.
Yo, he on B. He on B.
KFC, we do that no more. Cherokee, like the days of old. Vaccinate, we just tell them no. We just got for original. President John, he's been here before. Hosea 3, we already know. Grand Canyon, 80 high acres. Killing purple like my favorite Laker. KTC, that mean keep the cold. Rest in peace, cause we here to go. Mama with the wings, that's a dragon. Used to balance with my pants sagging. Now we redefine high fashion. Got that glow for whoever's asking. Chicken model on your favorite corner.
Need that work with your favorite donor. Milk sauce to your front door. Make them holler, we don't want no more. Driving up is our only option. For the curb, we go get it poppin'.
Still got it.
KTC, that mean keep the cold. Cold, keep us here from head to toe. Last chance is you ready to fold. Cause we object free, we'll sink your bones. Sweet complex rapping how we cool. That's the Bonico shook, these niggas shoot. KTC, you know how we do. Put our power first, we'll never lose. Purple tears of joy, I love you. Purple crying cause red looks blue. And I put it on the AI. MHLE, take it off. Yeah, we drippin' in that milk sauce. We paid the cost, now we beat the bone. Tribal music, we just let them know. KTC, that means keep the code. Tribal mafia, they going stupid. Getting smarter cause the drop is blue. Fire started just to light it up. The coast they died, time to trap them up. Slid that treaty through the back door. Peace and friendship made it more and more. Grab my shield, wouldn't hesitate. While they argue heritage or hate. USA, call it Hijack City. PSA, you ain't fucking with me. OG knocking from the day of old. KTC, that mean keep the code. Swan night, I'm a Bravo. That was back in 774. Forbidden history, we got the book. MHOE, we got the look. Papa Smart, drinking our time. Now we can all say hello. KTC, that mean keep the code. Enjoy Shabbat, chillin' in my robe. It's clear roads at your front door. You're gonna pay your way and ask and go. Off this one for the free throw. Nipsey Hussle, let the weeds grow. He gon' hit us with that free flow. Hitting Crenshaw in that green low. Hit the switches for the free show. Curving chickens in the street pros. 432, we the free show.
Upset. Kundalini rising, it's the wake up stretch. There you go, turn that bass up, yes. For all the sleeping dragons that ain't wake up yet. Then we might face some things to make the place upset. Kundalini rising, it's the wake up stretch. There you go, turn that bass up, yes. For all the sleeping dragons that ain't wake up yet.
On top of the soul, bury the clock, feed my soul. Down of the crows, ready for war, it's game of the throne. Still in the position, get on the ground, you sleeping with fish. My thing never switches, we keep to the code, y'all acting like bitch. The switch hitters want mentions, fake niggas they'll ever list. They can't shit at night, they in there, we bitching with super extensions. Uppercuts, body blows. Who the press cause nobody knows. Under pressure, my body glows. Shining light like a light show. Greater life for the greater fight. With a lightsaber and a hooded glow. Super Saiyan like I'm Gary Payton. Going Super Saiyan with a bloody nose. Bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday. Cross the knocker in his gunplay. And this ammo ain't no play. This fire ain't no safe there. Bloody Sunday. Why go to church on a Sunday? Ain't the scriptures talking Sunday. Catch the pastor on the runway. Private jet. Up in the game without winning a bet. High tech. I bust a move without breaking a sweat. Take down the loot till they hang in the whip. I'm a whole kind of flammable sticks. I'm like fire again that shit. Now it's 4th of July again this bitch. Richest correct. Back to the drip. GD or Pyro or Crib at Articus Milton. We're taking a trip on a ship that will flow through the gateway. And there
we might take some things to make the place upset. Kundalini rising, it's the wake up stretch. There you go, turn that bass up, yes. For all the sleeping dragons that ain't wake up yet. They got a knee on my neck, gun in my face for busting a great
chopper buzzing away. It's cool, the tribe got ARs with lasers and shit. No shooters is here, we facing the stand, we taking the fifth. Yes, them boys in my hood, like we ain't on our shit. Like we ain't creating the sun and moon and quasars and shit.
Rest in peace to Tecumseh, the man in the myth.
The drop enemy piff, I'm sunk in the sea like Atlantis and shit. Bring the heat like Tahiti, stay on point like a TP. Can you read the graffiti? It say fuck you in your treaty. Stolen land, sacrificed another lamb. Lynching niggas live on the gram. George Floyd, Sandra Bland. Stolen land, and carving no fish in the sand. Palm in the fifth in my hand, extend no clip in the can. Load up the pipe with a gram. Con, drop with the plan. Chickamauga with the clan. Divided we fall, united we stand. And we might take some things to make the place upset.
Rise and that's the wake up stretch.
There you go, turn that bass up, yes. For all the sleeping dragons that ain't wake up yet. Now we might say some things to make the place upset.
Rise and that's the wake up stretch.
There you go, turn that bass up, yes. For all the sleeping dragons that ain't wake up yet. You ever cruise through Nagarville? Saw a bunch of Nagas, KTC, MHOE, dripping in that damn song. Nagarville, 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 Nagarville,
Hajay off my property. I don't know you. Your treaties don't work on me. That's your old move. I ain't for your philosophy or your false clues. I'm going red hot with these old blues, rock and roll, hip hop. With these soul tones, just start to flip flop. Going Goku, swinging bang, I rope a dope. Going emotional, Superman, I think I fly. What I'm posting, no, I'm either walking across the sky. Like what I'm supposed to do, I gotta make this move fast. Like I don't need no proof, my enemies, they want me dead. I ain't got time to lose my weapon, niggas elements. And that ether use synergy inside of me. It give me a couple tools, tell me why I'm always working, or who I'm charged up to. I got most high energy, I don't need no voodoo. Got that little sauce in, pour that mojo. I'm from Nagarville, where a Naga's blood is Chickamauga skill. Israelite, ain't no kryptonite to this kind of steel. I charge the wheel on this ether bus, building copper fields, electric fields, to the black and whites, abstract pills, the mystical, the metaphysical, that's aboriginal. We pitch the flow like a give and go to reach the pinnacle. Steady conversations, providing sense combination, magnetizing oscillation, dodging abominations, and it's like that. We ain't got our light back. Meditation, musher high, steady on that flight back. We don't deal with no facades, we won't even hype that. We just on the mic, tapped in with the contact. Never signing contracts, stimulations, contrast, running over hijacks, burn them like a hot flash. When it comes to dropping up my Naga, there's no contest. Ascending with the ancient ones, raising up our conscience. Muster like the Loch Ness, genetics of the compass. I can't even point out the situation's complex. They know you've been invaded, violated in the process. Remember, keep your faith up and release in the progress.
Yes, they test, but that's a mild threat. Nagarville is trippy with it, drop this joint is wild wet. Naga got his dragon back, I feel I got a swagger back. Naga got his dagger back, it's cutting like they
jacket's back. Feeling like my Tyson's back. Feeling like my jacket's back. All this litter license back. I'm feeling like our colors back. Ready to put us right on track. We KGC and HOE. Hijack got an appetite. We came to see them hate on me. Knock up Billboard's hijack bill. We find that out. We shoot the kill. Part of time a heavyweight to featherweight. They drop a steel. 40 acres and the mules. Whole dudes. We back for real. Real defense. Enjoy world. It's so cool. We call it chill. Chill.
Got a hijack claiming he the tribal gradulometry. Lithium mechanics surveying that trigonometry. Okay, do the shit sonography. Couple color times, coming on, sitting on the field. Never get cold, but this shit is real. Got a speaking player, call that real skill. My real con, get it poppin' out of fires, yo, step in the natural. Nigga with the meme, that shit battle drop. This wild 9, I'ma let it flow. Rockin' in the field with my Alcon. Drippin' in the prison, that American. Home Texas to the gold, up in that young. Keepin' it lit in the Lambion.
Land before time, land before rhymes. Back when my people drove the ship, man, we was just fine. Cold, keep the streets sweeping, extra drop of a dime. Some old niggas keep dreaming, man, the more we inspire. Dragons is spitting fire, crystals get wrapped in wire. We elevate, getting high, they contemplate switching sides. Hijack inside they mind, but most high keeps us aligned. And at the sound of the cannon, we move in double time. Jesuits in order, crossing the border to Nagarville. Thankful what they taught us, our sons and daughters in Nagarville. Make my people smarter, make sure they ready for Nagarville. Crystal herbs and water is what we barter and how we heal. Cold facts, heavy metal and love tag. I'ma need that. If it's the tribes, then bring it back.
Nagarville, system acting, ain't no acting, it's real. Songs y'all really the kid, acting real, but still. A bunch of bitch kings had it free as separating. For our legions, respect the movement and lead to disable. Like Hannah Able to sit at the table with real nodders who feel Hawaii, who keep the code and rest on Shabbat. They play with people's easy, crystalline raising vibration. Get up a fist, blue purple red and nothing can bother. Remove the shadows of them because this ground is sacred. Adversaries stumble before us, they gotta try harder. The disrespect will be dealt with in a manner that's wicked. Trouble the waters, you falling out, who gon' rise this lion? And the confederation slowly dismantle. Either more after the tangle with dragon promise you we ain't lying. And it's political, all in the circle, welcome to your world. Right in and go pray to God and knowledge be rocking.
Nagarville, 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 go still, Nagarville, 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 Nagarville,
We up, let go. Step out, child of the sun in Nagarville. Off with his age, check out my quad too real. Dragons hold back the sun with chains and hooks in Nagarville. Ain't that how they they put them on the cross, hanging on the boss. Lawyers sitting on racks and racks behind knockers on loose charges in Nagarville. Carved images, drawn in milk. Watch the kids follow them. Folk on the wall, take no more of this. The house on the south, for a while we show out. CB21, welcome to Joy World. Abraham, keep my quad, don't fold down. Full quarter, we coming in hot. Child in the hole, they forgot about Moshe, though. Veggies and white.
Hey, Redemption. I got next round.
Bodies on bodies in Kalelu. Mostly is left unabated. Mostly is left unabated. That life was never faded. Bodies on bodies in Kalelu. Hockey's on hockey's the animal root. TikTok is still dangerous, no taxes.
Hey, I think all those blank dudes, those gray squares, I think them niggas done got banned for something like that. What's the gray squares?
Knock a body down, knock a fan without a trace. Knock a feel body.
Hey, what's the gray squares?
This reality, right? I'ma do wonders for water true. Bodies on bodies in Calais loose. Took off my Jordans to cross over Jordan. My people pass over dry land in order. Excavations of bodies on bodies. Jericho to AI and then Hebron. Arizona State Museum, they drown them. University of Arizona found them. Ancestor of the Rex and the Goose. Exelanca, the Grand Roost. Bodies on bodies in Calais loose. Taking it back to the Grand Dragoon. Artifacts from the ground reappeared. Israel reigned for 67 years. Israel 2, roof only 6. Israel 3, crowded with the bodies in Calais loose. Moshe is left unabated. Moshe is left unabated. That life force never faded. Bodies on bodies in Calais loose. Hockeys on hockeys, they got no roof. We talking Sylvanus, no Texas. Genealogy never connected. The hobbies are digging the bodies. Papa granted the house of Ramani. Chickamauga was fighting the zombies. Now they digging the bodies on bodies. Knock a body down, knock a found without a trace. Knock a feel, body almost shake. This is reality right in your face. Rock out with that, you rock out with the way. 700 to 900 AD. A David on David war was waging. Theodorus, Sylvanus, a great kings. American Empire gave me a throne that could never be taken. Versailles is famous forever. If we would have done it together, the promised land couldn't be better. Israel 3 was just banished for freeing Sylvanus to Texas. He was the first to break custom for burying dead in the city. He anticipated everything. 100 years since Jacob was king. He stationed himself in the front line. You could just say he's in battle time. You could just say he was KGC. Appointment of priest ruling widely. 895, this life was uncertain. 3,000 killed, we searching for purpose. Bodies and bodies in collectors. They psychologically gentrified truth. Gentrification on the entire nation. Keep telling Nagas right here to be patient. Bodies on bodies in Khalifa. So stressed we smoking the reefer. Take a break just to get clearer. Take a look at the man in the mirror. Bodies on bodies in America. We're feeling the vibe of hysteria. You give us a land that will tear you up. But why come we need you to carry us? Over bodies on bodies in Calais loose. Moshe is left unabated. Moshe is left unabated. That life force never faded. Bodies on bodies in Calais loose. Hockeys on hockeys, they have no root. We talking Sylvanus, New Texas. Genealogy never connect this. The hobbies are digging the bodies. Papa granted the house of Ramani. Chickamauga was fighting the zombies. Now they digging the bodies on bodies. Knock a body down, knock a found without a trace. Knock a feel, body almost shake. This is reality right in your face. Rock out with that, you rock out with the way. Only the way.
Abraham, fully active. We are here. So let's do some beautiful study. Let's dig on some words that can bring clarity, not for the hijack, because you're not going to change that covetous heart. That's who you are. We washed out to you, then step aside and watch us work. We ain't got to prove ourselves to you, Hijack City. The proof is in the script. And I dare you to find someone else, another tribe that matches up with this script than the so-called Negro. And a specific tribe of Negroes right here in America and scattered all across the earth plane. I do it for you.
That's right.
Because they trying to say you don't exist no more. They're trying to say you've been mixed out. They're trying to say you've been washed out. Is that what Hawaii say? I don't think so. So where does that doctrine come from? From the bowels of Hijack City. And that's why we popping up.
Always.
Allah, Hawaii, Dawada, and Shalom to the tribe. Let's get it going. Please, Managa, just, get your weapon out and go along with me, rock along with me. And, let's surf the wave like we've never surfed the wave before. We're digging on the remnant of Hawaii. And in doing this, we're going to make a fine and clean and clear distinction
between the seed of Hawa and those that are outside of the house of Israel that are finally deciding to listen, finally deciding to hearken, and finally deciding to keep the code. Not so that they replace Israel and become spiritual Israel, but because it's the right thing and because they require salvation. Wouldn't that salvation not been enough for you, Gentile? Or you are in, social media world, right? You want to surf the wave. You want to be one with these cons. You're witnessing us popping off. You've been witnessing us popping off the balcony. Don't let your heart become covetous to where you want to be us. But protect your house by being in code with the Creator and lift up the seed as much as you can, whenever you can, with AI, with prayer, with positive energy, vibration. You want to be us, don't do nothing for us. It does everything for you in your mind to replace us. What does that do for us? What does it do for the remnant that you want to be us? Gentile, I'm talking to you, and then I'm going to push you back to the back of the class. You could be here, but this ain't for you. I'm doing it for the remnant of Hashurah, the Creator's seed, the Creator's children. What does it do for you to want to be us? Allah created you from whatever tribe you from. If you're not the tribe of Israel, what does it do for the tribe of Israel that you want to be the tribe of Israel? But you didn't want to be us when we were getting punished and judged. But you see us popping off, it feels good to you, so now you want to be us conveniently. You don't think Allah sees that? Allah didn't see your people jump in front of no bullets for us, fire hoses for us, get on them slave ships for us, from America.
That's right.
Nah, you didn't want this work. You despised us. Your ancestors despised us just because it's us. They enjoyed seeing us fall because they did not enjoy us being the head and not the tail. Don't think we believe that you enjoyed us being the head. You enjoyed us being the tail. Because us being the tail gave all you hijacks a brand new start. Everybody benefited from the fall of the remnant. You got to claim us. You got to claim America. You got to claim Mexico, Guatemala, wherever, man. You got to claim all of Latin America. You got to claim all these titles. And now you want to be us. Because you see, you got to come up off them titles. Because the world of vanity is no more. The world of the illusion is no more. The world of the bull crap is no more. Get out your feelings. Remove your covetous heart. I gotta give it to you, square on this one, y'all. Because I'm tired of it. And I know my noggins is tired of it. I'm doing this for my tribe. My remnant. Not for the numbers, not for the looks, not for no praise, but so that my niggas, these so-called Negro people, especially in America, know that they exist, that they're not washed up, that they're not mixed out. They've been told all their lives that, oh, you black, but, you know, you're just a mixed out African. You're Indian, maybe, you know, but so are all these other people. They're native too. Yeah, man. We've been told these things. We've been lied to. We've been confused. We've been confused. It ain't nothing worse than a confused con. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of you. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will render them all as sheep
You know what I start
in
saying?
the fold.
Fuck that
The
flag,
flock
man.
in the midst
Fuck
of their pasture.
They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the truth, man.
Nah, I'm just playing. I didn't say fuck it. I did go for one.
They
But it's
didn't
like
want to hear.
everybody went for B and stayed at B.
Shit, I'm not even really on the game. I'm just trying to put this message
What's
out
up,
there.
dude?
Forth and passed on.
So I appreciate y'all.
And are gone out.
I appreciate y'all.
And their king is passed on before them. And Hawa at the head of them.
I'm doing this for my people.
Hey, real cat, I'll probably play a couple games with you when we get back on work.
This is Micah chapter 2. Open it up. Dig on it.
Learn something.
We vibe it
Hey,
up.
is this your boy? Is this your boy right here? I'm about to meet that nigga.
It's time for the remnant to rejoice about being the remnant. Not worried about who's not considered the remnant.
That's right.
We told you the formula, Hijack City. Keep the code. Save yourselves. Save your family.
I just can't deal with that while I play the game. I gotta meet that.
You get acceptance into the kingdom that is, you know, the present, the future of the house of Israel. That's between you and Hawa, not us. You worried about your judgment? That's between you and the Creator, not us.
That's right.
We popping off. We are rejoicing. This is not to separate, you know, yada yada. Managa, this is to redeem.
That's right.
The seed of Israel, the seed of the house. You think that's you? Keep the code. You don't think that's you? Keep the code. But the inheritance is forever. The inheritance is your heritage.
That's right.
It's a promise. You want to get into a doctrine that don't matter? That got nothing to do with us.
That's right.
But you know Hawa exists, right? You know the Creator exists. So I know why you're a little antsy, because you know the Creator exists, but you also don't want to accept that the Creator has a way, has a code, has a inheritance, has children.
That's right.
You want to bypass the seed at the most important time, when you need the seed. Because if it wasn't for the seed, you would have never even had a chance. You would have even never had a chance if the remnant didn't still exist right here. If the seed still didn't exist right here on earth, my nigga, there would be no earth. You are preserved because of the children. So your AI for the children needs to be at a maximum. Because this remnant chose up. Like there was always a remnant to choose up. Not everyone got destroyed. Not everyone got wiped out. And not everybody got washed out. I will surely assemble, O Jacob. That's all 12 tribes, my nigga. All of you. I will assemble. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. What does that sound like to you? Oh, that's the code keepers? Or is that the remnant? Is that the Gentile? Or are we talking about all of Jacob? Like Ezekiel, the valley of the dry bones coming together. Is that the Gentile with the house of Israel? With the house of Judah? Or is that Judah? But nah, let it be told by the hijack, Judah's no more. There ain't no more Judah. And you're a code keeper, and you're the new Judah. Is that what you want? Covetous heart, covetous hijack. This ain't for you.
That's right.
The remnant is the remnant. The seed that still exists and will always exist. Or there is no earth. You think Hawa would pop off the earth with no seed, with no remnant? Is that the type of earth you want? An earth full of mixed up, washed out people. But at least they're keeping the code, right? And now you're one with the inheritance of the remnant. Is that what you want, hijack? Because you chose to do the right thing, but you're still not doing it because you got a covetous heart. You better get to the bottom of your heart bone before it's too late, Hijack City. You better figure some things out, man. Because I'm sick of it. We are sick to our stomachs of the hijack trying to wash us out metaphysically, mentally, and spiritually.
Body bag.
You are not us. We ain't got to flex on you. We've been getting flexed on the whole time.
That's right.
So when we get our wings flowing again, we can't talk about being us no more without offending you. And what my bro Nine say, facts over feelings, my nine. This land ain't yours. This land belongs to a tribe.
That's right.
It ain't no paperwork gonna get you validation before Hawa. Hawa has sworn land, specific promised land, to his children. You calling the Most High a liar? The Most High? Boy, you must be thoughtless. You think the remnant ain't here? You must have one thoughtless mind. You must not have one thought in your mind bone. This don't read, I will surely gather all the people that decide to finally listen to me. This says, I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. And I will render them all as sheep in the fold, as a flock in the midst of their pasture. Let's go. Isaiah chapter 1. Verse 8, and the daughter of Zion is left, as a booth in a vineyard, as a lodge in the garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Except Hawa of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. We should have been as Sodom. We should have been like unto Gomorrah. Didn't we just say that there would be no more existence, man, if it wasn't for this remnant? Hawa didn't leave the seed, not a remnant of people that may or may not keep the code one day. Not a remnant of Gentile people that want to be Nagas and want to be Khans, want to be Negroes. If Hawa didn't make you a Negro, your goal is not to become a Negro. Your goal is not to become a Negro or a nigga or a Naga. Your goal is to keep the code. That's the only thing that can please the Creator.
That's right.
Hawa can be happy with you, but your people are still Gentiles. And you know who your people are. You know who your people are. And you know who we, the people, are.
That's right.
Except Hawa left us a very small remnant. Because compared to what it will be, a remnant of code-keeping Nagas, code-keeping Hebrews, code-keeping Yaqub, Jacob.
Real niggas, real Nagas.
Think about the house of Jacob and think about how many of the house of Jacob is keeping the code today. It is a very small remnant.
It's a lot of stiff neck.
But it's enough. Because without this remnant, we should have been as Sodom and Gomorrah, completely destroyed. Allow Hawa for leaving us a remnant of code-keeping Nagas. And these code-keeping Nagas have taught Gentiles to keep the code. Now we got code-keeping Gentiles. Now they might still call themselves Nagas. They might even call themselves Khans. But that's only because they want to be us. What they should focus on is keeping the code. And not have no spite towards the remnant, but a heart full of gratitude and appreciation that a very small remnant decided to keep the code, to give them an opportunity to keep the code.
That's right.
That shouldn't breed more envy, and it shouldn't breed more covetous hearts. But somehow a hijack is going to be a hijack.
That's
you can
right.
teach them everything, and they're still jealous of you, and they're still covetous, because they still want to be you. They still want to be us. They want to be the remnant. Instead of uplifting the remnant, they want to become the remnant. They tell us we washed up, we washed out. Hey, now all that matters is that they're finally listening. They're finally keeping the code, but they're not, because they're covetous.
That's right. It's evident.
It's a frequency.
It stinks.
And we're waking up out of it. I'm doing this for my tribe,
my people,
my remnant.
That's right.
Isaiah chapter 10. And it shall come to pass, verse 20, in that day, that the remnant of Israel, and they that are escaped of the house of Jacob, the Gentiles,
Hey, if I, man, look, man, I could have had C by my own goddamn self, man. That shit was easy.
No.
Niggas kept going back there getting wore out, man. I said, let me go watch C. I'm gonna wear these niggas out. I'll wear their ass out back there. Back. Wait, hold on, man. Let me set me up a sniper class real quick, man.
If I can get the commentating on the other side, it'll be amazing.
The remnant of Israel, Managa. This tribe is not washed up. It's not washed out. There is a remnant to this day.
You're right, though.
You believe in Hawa or not? You believe in the grace Hawa has for his children, for his seed? You believe in the grace Amma
Ask him.
has?
He right there.
The love she got for David, the love she got for the remnant, the seed?
Dude, you gotta ask him. Ask him, man.
Or are you jealous because you want more mama for yourself?
Oh, shit, I don't know. He'll tell you, though.
You want us to be some melting pot, right? The hijack always wants us to be a melting pot. Israel is now a melting pot. The seed don't matter. They're all washed up. They're all just wiped out. They're all mixed up. They're all mixed anyway. Everybody's mixed. If you believe that, then you need to stay your butt in hijack seed. You can plant an apple seed in any soil from here to Timbuktu.
The boats wasn't even that big to even hold 1,000 people.
And that seed that sprouts out.
Number one, yeah. Number one, yeah.
That's fake. Come on, man.
Yeah, so because we was already here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what.
There's too many melanated people in America to be brought anywhere.
Cause the boats are small, man. Them niggas couldn't make no big boat. I seen a pirate ship. I seen a real pirate ship down there when I went to Florida, man, to look at the museum, man. Them boats are small, nigga.
You'll see the Indian Superior
compared to these boats today, even a fishing boat about the size of a nice size.
That's all fiction, man. That's all fiction.
Nah, there's a whole lot of people died coming across that sea.
Oh, of course, but they didn't go too far. That's the part they ain't keeping it real about. They didn't go too far, and they left from America to Africa, which is all Africa. It depends on what part you're talking about. Southwest, East Africa.
All over. Somebody join. Yeah, it ain't moved. Yeah.
Of course they're gonna join. Make sure you like and subscribe.
He on YouTube. You be streaming?
Shit, send them my channel, man.
Yeah, you gotta send me your link then.
You got my link. Aren't you subscribed? I ain't doing this for me. I'm doing this for y'all. This is for y'all. My people. And if you love my people, guess what? It's for you too.
An apple, not an orange. Is it the apple it's meant to be? Hey, perhaps not. But is it an apple? Is it the remnant? Is it the seed? The seed of that apple, did it come from Timbuktu? No, it came from Hawaii. It is the remnant. And oh boy, when that seed is planted, right in the most fertile soil of the Amaru Khan, you already know we popping up.
That's right.
I believe in that seed. I don't have to be it. You don't have to be it. But I believe it exists because I believe Hawaii's word. I believe in the remnant of Israel. They that are escaped from what?
Captivity.
From death, my naga. Those that are saved out of the house. Yes, Jacob has a house.
They hung on trees.
Is his house no more? If Jacob's house is no more, my naga, then you are no more. And the root of your tree, from the mighty tree stump. Hey, the tree might be cut down, but the roots are still firm, fixed, and immovable.
That's right.
And the house of Jacob exists. It shall come to pass in that day. What day, Manaka? Let's back it up to verse 19. And the remnant of the trees of his forest shall be few, that a child may write them down. Few does not mean wiped off the face of the earth. I'm speaking to the few. We doing it for the few.
Them niggas hacking like a motherfucker, boy.
Super hacking. Man. It's cool. I'm recording all this.
This is the dude that beat, you was smacking him?
No, look, you gotta realize,
I couldn't even come around the corner. This nigga smacking me long distance, man.
I've been recording for 3 years. I've been recording since COVID. I've been recording since COVID.
You couldn't have been smacking.
That's why I'm posting
it. Doing the same shit he was doing since the game started.
Why do you think I'm putting this shit out there? I'm putting this. They smoke us.
Yes, there's still a few.
Nigga, they hate us, but there's still a few. They keep the code.
The remnant exists.
That's right.
But shall stay upon Hawa, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
I got over 3.
So this house of Jacob,
I got over 3 terabyte worth of memory.
In
these people.
Truth, they will be with Hawa. A remnant shall return, my nut. This don't sound like you got wiped out to me. Where does this doctrine come from? Why are they saying this? Who has this in their hard bone, in the innermost parts? That's the only way it can come out of your mouth. So you can't hide in this frequency no more.
It's over.
You can't hide behind our slango.
Can't.
You can't call yourself Drop Nation and not get revealed.
That's right.
Mama ain't letting that happen.
Sure ain't.
You're going to have multiple slips out of your tongue about how we don't exist no more, about how you're replacing us. But the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, the Gentile. No. Jacob. Unto Hawa, the mighty. For though your people, O Israel, be as the sand of the sea. What do we say? Jacob is deep.
That's right.
But only a remnant,
real knock,
shall return. Only a few. A remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, man. This don't sound like you got washed out by the white man when they came to the shores of America. It don't sound like you got wiped out by slavery. It don't sound like you got mixed out by all these interracial marriages. Two black people can get together and you don't know if one is an Ammonite and one's a Moabite.
That's right.
One is a Jebusite, one is an Edomite. They're all quote unquote black people.
That's right.
If you're outside of that, I don't know what you are. We don't know what you are. We still don't know what the so-called white man really is. He's not in the Bible.
That's right.
You're talking about something else outside of these original tribes. And that's okay. Just keep the code. Don't let it mess you up too much. Don't let it confuse you at all. Just keep the code.
That's right.
But damn sure don't think you replacing us. You're not even in the script. Your people are not in the script.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
That's why they steal our history so they can invent history, and then that's why they want to wash us out and mix us out in their innermost parts of their heart. So that Israel's no longer remembered, so that the seed of Israel is no longer remembered. Psalms 83, man. Confederacy. But the remnant shall return. The Gentiles shall return. People should start keeping a code of all nationalities and races and tribes. I hope so. But that's only because you ain't got no doggone choice.
That's right.
You don't need no brownie points. You don't need no reward for what your people have done. You need no reward.
That's right.
Your reward is your salvation, and that's up to Hawa. We've been judged. Your judgment is here. But the remnant, my house, Jacob, shall return.
Always.
Unto Hawa the mighty. Everybody's not Hawa's people. You should know that by now. The seed exists, so you can't circumvent the seed to get close to Hawa. It's order over chaos, Mana. For though your people, who? Hawa's people Israel, be as the sand of the sea. Only a remnant of them shall return. But they want to take our opportunity to return away by saying we're washed out, washed up, wiped out, mixed out. How could
Hey, what you want to play before I jump up? I'm finna get one more. What you want to play? That's up to you. I'm asking you what you want to play. Okay then. All right, bet. And we be playing this every night and shit, right? Yeah. Today he did.
But that's why they steal our history so they can invent history, and then that's why they want to wash us out and mix us out in their innermost parts of their heart. So that Israel's no longer remembered, so that the seed of Israel is no longer remembered. Psalms 83, man. Confederacy. But the remnant shall return. The Gentiles shall return. People should start keeping the code of all nationalities and races and tribes. I hope so. But that's only because you ain't got no doggone choice.
That's right.
You don't need no brownie points. You don't need no reward for what your people have done. You need no reward. Your reward is your salvation, and that's up to Hawaii. We've been judged. Your judgment is here. But the remnant, my house, Jacob, shall return unto Hawaii the mighty. Everybody's not Hawaii's people. You should know that by now. The seed exists, so you can't circumvent the seed to get close to Hawaii. It's order over chaos, Mana.
Hold on.
For though your people who?
Because somebody played in the lobby, they just stopped working, man.
Hawaii's people Israel. Be as the sand of the sea. Only a remnant of them
you got the host
shall return.
But
they want to take our opportunity to return away by saying we're washed out, washed up, wiped out.
Yeah, you started complaining, man. I gave you what you wanted. Yeah, I gave you what you wanted, man. I gave you what you wanted, man. You started complaining.
I'm doing this for you.
Now we waiting on you. You know, we sit up here waiting on you. You want to argue.
For you. This transmission is for you.
You the host. You the host, though. No, I'm not. No, you the host.
An extermination
this nigga, this motherfucker,
with righteousness. For an extermination wholly determined, shall Hawaii, the power of hosts.
Hey, but you want to know something? It still ain't connected. I'm going to have to back. Hold on, I'm going to go here.
Not just the extermination.
I got to go here. I'm going to go out. Then I'm going to go return. Shit start.
Therefore, thus says Hawaii, the power of hosts.
Lobby. It ain't doing. But they was hacking in there. We got to redo the lobby, though.
My people.
We got to disperse it. We got to disperse. Unless Rigger back out, I join on you.
Hawaii has a people.
Yeah, you back out. I join the party.
Not a hypothetical people. An actual tribe, an actual seed, with actual phenotypes, with actual inheritance and heritage. My people that dwell in Zion, be not afraid of Ashur, though he smite you with a rod.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? This nigga funny as fuck.
After the manner of Egypt. For yet a very little while, and the indignation shall be accomplished, and my anger shall be to their destruction.
So it's the menu out and everything, man.
You only got that rod because of the indignation of being out of cold, because of your idols, your false gods. But this is accomplished. This is finished.
See, you can do go on it.
Hawa's anger
No.
shall be to their destruction. Now, you've been judged. We've been judged. And in that, it shall come to pass in that day that his burden shall depart from off your shoulder, my nagas, my remnant, and his yoke from off your neck, my remnant.
Wait a minute. I gotta send him an invite before he come back in so I can tell him what he did.
Destroyed by reason of fatness.
Rigger, how far did you go back? Did you join, like, did you go to hardcore or something? Because we couldn't even join you.
Verse 11.
It said that you said you had to close. No, well, send me an invite then. You supposed to back out.
Let's pick it up right here, verse 10. It shall come to pass in that day that the root, the what? We're talking the tree, now we're talking the root, right?
All right, bet.
The root of Jesse. Jesse is David's father, his Abba. Jesse is a sinless man. Yeah, one of 4 sinless men. Jesse.
Thank
you got Amram, Moses' pops.
It ain't letting us join.
You got Benjamin, Managa. I mean, we're talking about the root of Jesse. That stands for an ensign of the people. Unto him shall the nations seek. So I just said the root of Jesse is Dawi. Unto him shall the nations seek. Seek Hawa and Khan David, Hosea 3. And his resting place shall be glorious. And shout out to our brother Daniel, David's bond, Gilead, also a sinless man. They had no transgression. And it shall come to pass in that day that Hawa will set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. The Gentile, those that decide to keep the code in the last days. Nah, you don't get recovered before the remnant. Even in the hijack books, in Revelations, in the New Testament, each one of those gates in Revelations has a tribal name on them. That 144,000 is coming out the remnant. That's why they're covetous towards the remnant. And that's why it will lead to their own destruction. Hawa will again, for the second time, recover the remnant of his people. It don't sound like you got washed out, my Nagi. It don't sound like you got so mixed out that Hawa don't know what to do with it. Verse 12, he will set up an ensign, a sign for the nations, and will assemble the dispersed of Israel. If Hawa will dissemble the dispersed of Israel, that means that Israel still exists in the last days. The seed, not spiritual Israel, that decides to finally listen. Because you had a chance to be listening, you still ain't listening. You still covetous. Yeah, we stiff-necked, but you just a hijack. Because when we get it, when the remnant get it, we are being assembled. We are rejoicing. You are being destroyed. Remember, without you, we exist. We rejoice. We have a kingdom without you. Without us, you have nothing. without the remnant of Judah, without the dispersed of Israel, you have no hope. You have no future. You have no inheritance. You have nothing. So you cannot replace us. It don't work like that. It's called order. It's called Ahab. It's called love. Hawa has for his seed. The seed can never be destroyed. There will always be a remnant. There will always be a few that listen. There will always be a few of us that keep the code. So there ain't no replacing us. Because in code, there ain't nothing more powerful than us. We are the head and not the tail. Let it be known and let it be heard. Hawa will assemble the dispersed of who? Israel. And gather together the scattered of who? Judah.